Hey guys, it's 2 in the morning for me right now, and I probably had one of the scariest nights of my life. And when I say that, it's not like me being dramatic or anything. I honestly felt the most spiritual pressure that I've felt in any given point in my life. And this might have been the toughest fight that I've ever had. And I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this and you don't have the time to listen, then just keep scrolling. This is gonna take a while. So, I went to a beer festival, Folks Fest, with a lot of the guys in my platoon that I'm the new guy in, and of course, me wanting to make a good impression on the guys, I decided to go. Not so much to drink and to get wasted or go to the club or anything like that. I don't really care for things like that. Y'all know that. Jesus is King. Y'all know that. I don't live for that. But I went so that I could just bond with my brothers in arms. And I I sat there, or I stood there, in a crowded group of drunk Germans and drunk Americans. And I just sat there with my hands in my pockets, just looking at the floor the whole time. And anytime it got crowded and like someone, like people would just look at me, like wondering, like, what is this guy doing? Like, he doesn't have a drink in his hand. Like, he's not smoking or anything like that. And it's just like, I felt so isolated. Like, I honestly believe there wasn't a single person in that tent that was not drinking. Like, everyone in there had a beer in their hand. And they were just dancing the music. And me not being a big dancer, I'm sure everyone that went to prom with me in senior year remembers I'm not a big dancer. I just stood there. And I kind of was just reflecting, like, why am I here? Like, I don't belong here. Like, I don't know if that was God or myself telling me that, but I was very convinced that I don't really belong here. Like, I'm not really supposed to be here. Like, I feel much more at home with boxing gloves in my hand than a beer in my hand. I feel so much more at home with a weight in my hand than a beer in my hand. Heck, I'll even go so far to say I feel more comfortable with a rifle in my hand than a beer in my hand, just because of how much I've trained. And that's scary to think about, because I've had to reflect on myself and tell myself I have become so comfortable with fighting to the point that I don't know how to loosen up. Like, people were telling me, like, I ran into so many people I go to work with here, and they're like, hey, Patel, loosen up. Like, come on, man. Like, you're in Germany, loosen up, man. Grab a drink. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just stay here. Needless to say, I caught the first train that was available to get back here. And I was the designated driver because all my other buddies are drunk. And it's hard sometimes. Like, I know I've gone on a rant. It says 4 minutes right now. But needless to say, like, don't give in to peer pressure. Like, there's going to be so many times in life where people are going to try to get you to do something that you don't want to do. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to stand up for what you believe in. Because I'll tell you what, like, people look at me here and they're like, this is a guy that's grounded. Like, this is a guy that, like, won't give up and, like, just won't give in to temptation no matter how much we push them. So they just don't push me. They know I won't drink. They know I won't smoke. They know I won't go to the club, start dancing on women or whatever, like doing stupid stuff. They know I won't do that. And so they don't ask me to. They know that I have conviction, that it's not only myself that won't let me do this, it's the Holy Spirit that lives in me that convicts me when I do wrong or when I think of doing wrong. So whenever I was sitting in that beer tent with my hands in my pockets, just leaning up against the wall, crowded because there's so many people in there. Like, I don't think y'all know, unless y'all have actually been to one, like how many people are in that tent just like dancing and like loud music. And I'm just sitting there like man, like that was the most I heard God's voice in a single night, telling me, stay strong, my son. Just keep plugging away. Keep, like, and one of my battle buddies, Corporal, he was drunk, and he pulled me to the side, he gave me a side hug. He was like, hey man, you're the best out of all the privates. He's like, you're the best of all the privates. Keep doing what you're doing. And he kissed me on the top of my head, which was kind of weird, but I don't really care all that much. I kind of just brushed it off like, yeah, he's just drunk. He doesn't know what he's saying. But he said, keep doing what you're doing. And I realized that there were many nights that the devil was able to take from me. Many hours of sleep he was able to rob from me. And so many thoughts, so many opportunities he took from me. But tonight specifically, God gave me. God gave me tonight. And the devil couldn't take that away from me. Because he tried. Do not mistake this. He tried. Because many times my friends were like, hey, I'm going over here. Hold my beer. I'd be holding this freaking giant mug of beer. And like for like 10 minutes. And I'm just sitting there looking at this beer. And I'm like I wasn't tempted to take a sip, but the opportunity was there. And I was just like, man, like everyone's saying, like, drink it. And I'm just like, no, not today. People keep telling me, like, I tell them I'm saving myself for marriage. Or that I even want to get married to someone of the same faith as me. Or someone that will hold me accountable in my walk with Christ. And they tell me, like, oh, the army's going to change you. Like, you're going to do, like, give it a few months, give it a few years, you're going to be a completely different man. We're not even going to recognize Patel because he's just going to be laying with women. He's going to be doing all that. You're going to be drinking, clubbing, all that. I tell them, screw that. Screw that idea of Patel they think that is. Because they may think they know Patel, they don't know Alok. I'll tell them that. Sometimes I forget who Alok is. A lot of you guys know who Alok is. Alok meaning divine light and victorious cry in Hindi. Meaning that no matter how many times darkness tries to bring him down, he's going to come back up. He's going to come back up. He's going to shine brighter than how he was before. He's going to be a light to those around him. And I see that taking effect. Like people starting to recognize the power of God in me. And I think that is worth more than any validation I could get from a woman, from drinking or being included with my comrades. Like, that gives me all the validation I need. All the motivation, all the discipline. It gives me everything I need to go through these next chapters in my life. Because I'm here for another 3 years. At least. If I want to stay here, then I'll stay here. Because I really like this unit. And like what we do here. So maybe I'll stay here. But if I am going to stay here, I got to stay strong. And there's no other way to do that except through God and through Jesus. So every morning I wake up and I see this flag. I see my Bible on my desk. I have to read it. I have to pray. I have to come to terms with the fact that Jesus is King. So, Just don't forget that. No matter how much the world tries to bring you down, how much the devil tries to bring you down, like, just don't quit, man. Like, I don't know if this is going to be a sign for somebody that's watching this. Like, don't quit on that. Like, whatever it is you're chasing, if it's from God, he'll let you know. He'll let you know. I thought being a ranger was from God, that my goal in life was to be a ranger. And that didn't work out. And as much as that was painful as that was, I had to come to terms with it. And everyone keeps saying, like, oh, you can go back. But it's like, I don't have that desire anymore. And most days I wonder what my purpose or my desires really are. I'd say I'd take it one day at a time. But every day, my purpose and my desire is to get closer to God. To understand what it is Jesus wants in my life and pray through it. Even if I don't know it now, I can at least pray through it. So I don't know what you got, like, what you all are going through. Like, I know a lot, like, some of y'all text me asking for help. And I appreciate you guys, because that gives me purpose in itself. It gives me a reason to wake up in the morning. And so I appreciate you guys for reaching out to me. But I guess this is me reaching out to you guys, just telling you how it's been. Because I know a lot of you guys I'm really close with, but I just haven't talked to in so long. Like my brothers and sisters back from my home church, or from the boxing gym, or from school even. Like, a lot has happened in a year. Like, just to put it in perspective, a year ago, I was sitting in biology class, trying not to fall asleep, going to the boxing gym in the evening, going to church on Wednesday and Sunday, and then going to work on the weekends. And then, within that year, I moved states, started basic training, went to a special operations selection process, failed out of that, then got on a plane 5,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean to Germany. And now I'm here. And that's all been in the course of a year. And so, oftentimes I ask myself, like, what is my purpose? And I just have to wake up, say, God is my purpose. And I don't mean to come across as like a spiritual buff or like a nerd, like Jesus freak or nerd or whatever, but that's just what I've been seeing myself doing every day. I can't see myself not living for Jesus, not praying before every meal or before and after every workout, just being grateful for the breath and the body and the spirit that God has blessed me with. So I'm just really grateful and happy that I survived tonight, keeping my purity in my sobriety and drink, my virginity, everything. And a lot of people may look at this and just laugh. And I say, go ahead, man. Laugh at me. I don't care. It's not like I'm going to see you laughing at me anyways. I just wanted to put this out there for anyone that needed to hear it. Because I know there's people out there who care for me. I know that there's people who want to see me do good. But then also there's people there that don't want to see me do good, that want to see me fall and suffer. And I'm okay with that. I know not everyone's going to like me. Heck, like some of my friends told me when I was out there, a couple of girls came up to me and told me I look like a creep. You know what? I don't care. I say screw them. Because who are they? Who are they? And so, I'm just putting this out there for the people that need to hear it. And I know there's someone out there that does. Out of all 200-something people that follow me on Instagram, one of y'all needs to hear this. So that's why I put this out. So, all I've got to say to you guys, just to sum it up, stay strong in your faith. keep marching along. Fight whenever no one else is willing to. And overall, just be the man or woman of God that everyone else around you needs you to be. Even if they may not say it. Because that's what the world needs. I keep seeing it around base. Like, there's not enough men or women of God to go around. And so, the world needs you guys. I think I'm going to end it there. Thanks for listening, you guys. Love you.